starting 11s. And Mike, we begin with Indiana's team. The visitors from Indianapolis under head coach Martin Rennie. Their typical three at the back look, but plenty of new faces.
It's a really attacking formation. 3 backs, 3 forwards really, and lots of attacking personality.
Manuel Arteaga up top for Indy 11, joined by Cami Smith. 2 newcomers hope to pace the attack tonight for Indy 11 on the road here in Birmingham. Meanwhile, on the other side for Birmingham Legion FC, a few more familiar faces for Tom Sohn, Mike Getman, but a couple of fresh ones as well.
A couple of new guys, Kavita and James in the back. Everybody else was here last year. Lots of attacking force, but a very solid defensive unit as well. And of course, the captain, Matt Van Oekel, in goal. Van
Oekel, one of the staples of this Birmingham Legion club. He once again makes the start, the 34-year-old in between the pipes. Jump in. Between the pipes. Legion club, he once again makes the start, the 34-year-old in between the pipes. The 2021 USL Championship season is finally here, and what better way to kick off the campaign than with a matchup featuring 2 of the preseason favorites in the Eastern Conference. It's Birmingham Legion and Indy 11, and it comes your way next. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City, and a lovely night for soccer as we get set for the season opener here in the USL Championship between Birmingham Legion FC and Indy 11. 11 here at BBVA Field. Welcome into our broadcast, everybody. I'm Blake Gardner. That man has more than 300 career coaching wins. He is Mike Gebman, and we are excited to have you with us to start this season. And Mike, we probably couldn't ask for a better matchup than the one we've got right now to start the year.
Yeah, it's opening day. Nobody's quite sure what to expect, but you got an Indy 11 team coming off a tough season that wants to prove that they're better than that. And, of course, you got Legion FC coming off of back-to-back playoff runs. Should be a really exciting game.
Yeah, rare miss for Indy 11 last year as it comes to the playoffs, just a couple of points shy in that shortened 2020 campaign. But Coach Martin Rennie, they've retooled this roster. They've reloaded plenty of fresh faces in the Indy 11 squad.
It's a little bit surprising, 16 changes to the roster, but it's an upgrade in a lot of ways. This is going to be a very good team.
They lose Tyler Pasher. His double-digit goals gone in 2020. He's off to MLS, but they brought in some attacking prowess behind him. Of course, Ayoze returns, but Jordan Hamilton up top and Manuel Arteaga certainly going to provide some firepower.
Might be a little more reloading than rebuilding for Indy 11. They're going to be a very good attacking side.
We'll expect to see Hamilton off the bench tonight. Arteaga will feature in Indy's starting 11. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, back-to-back playoff appearances, as you mentioned, but it seems like everyone we've talked to is looking for more here in year 3.
Yeah, it's really interesting. They were one of the best attacking teams in the league, so what do? They go out and add more attacking players to the roster. This is going to be a very exciting group.
Of course, they bring back Bruno Lapa, they bring back Nico Brett, they add Junior Flemings to the mix, but they short up the defense as well. Fanuel Kavita, Ryan James enter the fray too.
When you look from front to back, it's hard to find any weaknesses in this team.
Ryan James certainly going to play a factor tonight. Kavita as well. He will wear the captain's armband, and of course, Legion will see Junior Flemings in just a little bit. Well, the wait is almost over. Nearly 7 months between games for these two clubs, but that long layoff ends tonight. It's the 2021 season opener between Birmingham Legion and Indy 11 coming up next.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light. Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama. Indy 11, Birmingham, Legion FC just about to get going. But before we do that, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s. And Mike, we begin with Indiana's team. The visitors from Indianapolis under head coach Martin Rennie. Their typical 3 at the back look, but plenty of new faces.
It's a really attacking formation. 3 backs, 3 forwards really, and lots of attacking personality.
Manuel Arteaga up top for Indy 11, joined by Cammy Smith. 2 newcomers hope to pace the attack tonight for Indy 11 on the road here in Birmingham. Meanwhile, on the other side for Birmingham Legion FC, a few more familiar faces for Tom Sohn, Mike Getman, but a couple of fresh ones as well.
A couple of new guys, Kavita and James in the back. Everybody else was here last year. Lots of attacking force, but a very solid defensive unit as well. And of course, the captain, Matt Van Oekel, in goal.
Van Oekel, one of the staples of this Birmingham Legion club. He once again makes the start, the 34-year-old in between the pipes. Our referee tonight is Greg Dopka. The Chicago native gets his first USL head refereeing assignment since the 2019 playoffs. He was the fourth official a couple of weeks back in the Toronto FC Vancouver Whitecaps matchup up in MLS. He's joined by Walt Heatherly, Vin Rigel, and Sam Bierster on a beautiful night for soccer here in Birmingham. 80 degrees in the Magic City. It's Indy 11 and whites. It's Birmingham Legion FC in their black strip. And there's the whistle, and the 2021 opener between Indy 11 and Birmingham Legion is underway from the Magic City.
We've been waiting over 200 days to finally be back on the field in a match that counts. And there's a bigger crowd than I thought might be here. Obviously, things have changed a little bit in terms of the pandemic, and there's a pretty darn rowdy group in the stands.
50% capacity, the official number here at BBVA Field today, about half of the 5,000 plus typical allotted tickets without the impact of the pandemic, but plenty of noise, plenty of atmosphere. I think both teams are going to be excited about having a heightened atmosphere here in 2020 and fun. In fact, Martin Rennie, the head coach at Indy 11, when we talked to him earlier in the week, he was excited to have some fans close. He missed that atmosphere. His players, even on the road, appreciate what the fans bring.
I think all soccer fans, soccer players, soccer coaches have been watching a lot of soccer on TV. Stadiums have been empty all over the world, and having a crowd just makes such a difference. You can feel the energy already, even though the match has just begun.
Injury report tonight brought to you by Viva Health. It's a clean bill of health for the visitors from Indy 11. Meanwhile, Birmingham Legion is without midfielder Zach Arivo. That's tonight's injury report brought to you by Viva Health. Indy 11 in all white working forward. That's Nicky Law making the run. The ball a bit too far. It'll be a goal kick coming from Matt Van Oekel, and it gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight, Mike. And let's start with the visitors from Indy 11. What does Indy have to do to come away with a positive result tonight?
Well, they've got to do a lot of things that they haven't had a chance to see in preseason. They need to really get a lot of touches to Nicky Law. He's a very dangerous attacking player, and they like to switch the play from side to side. That's been their MO for the past few years. If they can do those two things, I think they'll be happy with the evening.
Meanwhile, on the Birmingham side of things, as J.J. Williams tries to bring it down, what does Birmingham have to do in front of this home crowd to try to get 2021 off to a good start?
Number one, settle as quickly as they can. Get used to being in a real competitive match with a crowd in the stands, with the energy and the excitement. Just settle in and play the way you want to play. And then if they can finish their chances, they've got a very good chance to come away with 3 points tonight.
Both sides trying to find bit of composure here in the early going. This is J.J. Williams trying to play directly. A shove in the middle by A.J. Cochran. Indy with a chance to play a little bit. Reese Buckmaster, that pass doesn't quite reach him. Brian James got to head to it first. This is Anderson Asiadu trying to hold off a man, does so. Well done by Asiadu. Lapa gives it right back. Here comes Indy 11 once more. Law picks his head up. He has Seegers running the far flank. Here's Nicky Law again.
Law has been really dangerous in preseason. He's scored a bunch of goals. He's been the guy that really runs the offense for them. The more touches he gets, the more likely that Indy is going to create chances to score. This game so far, it's been really fast and frantic. You can see that the players feel the energy from the crowd. It's been so long for them. Everybody's trying to play 1- and 2-touch soccer. They're working hard. A few slips along the way because they're just simply working almost too hard right now.
These two sides haven't met since 2019 when they met a pair of times in that 2019 campaign. Each side won at home. Indy 11 won big at Lucas Oil Stadium. Birmingham Legion won by a 1-0 scoreline when they played here back at BBVA Field. Of course, last year in the shortened 2020 campaign, everyone basically played almost virtually all their games in their division. Birmingham Legion and Indy 11 did not see each other. Birmingham made the playoffs out of their group. Indy 11 just narrowly missed.
That was certainly a disappointment for Indy 11 and their fans. They've been one of the better teams in the league every year. They just seemed to never really get started last season. Things went from bad to worse as they went along, but it was such a strange year for everybody. It's hard to really talk about 2020 as a real full season.
Most teams played anywhere between 14 and 16 games in that 2020 campaign. 32 games on deck for each side here in 2021. And for Legion and Indy, that includes 4 games against each other. Nico Brett couldn't quite win that ball in the air. That was brought down by Hackshaw. Good work by Kavita. Williams trying to hold up play. Can't quite do so. Here comes Indy 11. Gershon Kofi trying to go directly. Instead, it falls all the way back to Matt Van Oekel.
When Legion are attacking, J.J. Williams is pushing way up high and into the center right next to Nico Brett, and that's leaving lots of room for James to get up from his left back position. Clearly a tactic that they are trying to impose on this game. Be interesting to see how it works.
Ryan James, a new addition here for Birmingham Legion. The former Pittsburgh Riverhound has found a new home here in Birmingham from one Steel City to the other. Throw in coming here for Legion and Johnny Dean on that far sideline. Almost 6 minutes in here at BBVA Field. Both sides trying to find their footing, literally and figuratively. Kavita trying to hit Mikey Lopez, who's made a run out of midfield. That is an excellently weighted ball. Here's Lopez in the area. He lays it back. Lapa got there. His shot blocked. Lopez tries to keep it alive, and now it is finally cleared away.
First true scoring opportunity for either team. Great ball from back to front. Mikey Lopez is typically thought of as a defensive midfielder, but he loves to get forward. We saw that a lot last year, even when he was playing in the back. And he almost created the first goal.
Here comes Cammy Smith back the other direction. Smith for Arteaga. Arteaga tried to get it back to Smith. Kavita was there.
Kavita did a great job staying with his man. Everybody got drawn to one side, but he didn't lose track of anything, stayed in the right spot, easily cut that pass off.
Here is Mikey Lopez again. He pairs in defensive midfield tonight for Legion with Anderson Asiadu. Lopez, a guy that played a bunch of fullback last year for Birmingham, but he's back into his more natural role in midfield so far this year. Here's Jaden Cervania. He's got Dean out to his right, uses him. Dean can't quite get it back to him. Cervania, Lapa, Dean.
We talked earlier about Nicky Law getting touches for Indy 11. Bruno Lapa, really similar situation for Birmingham Legion. The more he touches the ball, the more likely that they're creating scoring chances. He's such a clever player, great passing ability, but it's his brain. He just seems to always be a little bit ahead of everybody else.
What a signing Bruno Lapa was for Birmingham Legion last year. First team All-USL in his rookie season. And he's back here in Birmingham black and gold this season. Cronali, Lapa. Here's Anderson Asiadu. Plenty of possession here early for Birmingham Legion. They're a team that wants to sit and control the pace, control the possession. Can they break down Indy 11? That seems to be an early question.
Legion certainly have always been a skill-based team. Put the ball on the floor and try to play, work it from back through the midfield and up to the forwards. the field conditions are a little bit sketchy today, and it seems to be having an impact where every now and then it looks like it's skipping off some of the sand and creating a little bit of trouble. I think it's also creating some of the slippage that we're seeing where players are trying to cut and don't quite feel their feet underneath them.
Free kick here for Indy 11 and A.J. Cochran. As he puts down that ball. Arteaga got there first. Ball served in. Alex Crognale there. Lopez provides the final clearance. Indy 11 with a chance to recycle. It's Law again. Law. Smith. Kavita had it red.
Great defending. Got his body between the ball and the man and just held him off. Didn't let him get anywhere close to it. Top class defending.
Legion will opt to play out of the back. We'll send it downstairs. The third member of our crew this evening is Lyndon Blake. Lyndon.
Hey guys, welcome back to another season of Legion FC. It's the third year, and Coach Sohn said in year 3 is when it all comes together. He said when he's previously been building teams, it was the third season that the guys could really come together and accomplish their goals. Well, what's your goal when in the first 2 seasons you've already made the playoffs? This team wants to host a playoff game. They want to do it for themselves, they want to do it for their fans, and they want to do it to bring a championship back here to Birmingham. Mikey Lopez echoing Coach Sohn. That is what they're telling everyone before every match. Let's get the 3 points.
Thanks, Lyndon. Obviously, high expectations here for both of these clubs. Birmingham wanting to get back to the playoffs again. Indy trying to get back into the playoffs after missing just a season ago. And Mike, if you look at the preseason projections, both of these teams projected to finish that top half of this division and earn playoff trips. It's just a matter of which team will play at home, as that was dangerous out of the back there from Jordan Farr.
Well, Indy 11 took their 200 days of rest and used it to build an entirely new roster. They went out, brought in 16 new players. A lot of these guys have never played in the USL Championship before, but that doesn't mean they're not experienced players. A lot of 28, 29, 30-year-olds that have a lot of playing time in Europe. They've brought them here to try and get to that championship game, which they've missed the last few years. Legion's slightly different approach. Very consistent lineup. A lot of guys that were here last year and even 2 years ago. But again, they use those 200 days to find a couple of key players that I think can maybe be the difference between getting to the playoffs and getting a long way through the playoffs.
Dean with an early ball, sent away by Cochran. Here's Cervania. Cervania, Williams. Lopez couldn't quite get there. Good defending at the back by Indy 11, and a whistle and a foul brings play to a halt.
It's fun to watch Jaden Cervania. His feet are so quick. He likes to take people on. He's only 19 years old. You'd think, well, he's going to be a little bit thunderstruck. He's going to be a little bit afraid to try things. But from day one, he's not been afraid to express himself on the field. Almost created something at the corner of the box right there.
Foul goes against Mikey Lopez. He got a bit of a talking to there from our official Greg Tomka tonight. Free kick here for Indy 11. It's a select soccer ball put down by Jordan Farr. Fan Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation since 1947 and is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com.
We've seen a couple of hard tackles, first from Mikey Lopez, then Anderson Asiadu, and then even J.J. Williams getting in on the action. That center of midfield, some players you love to play with, but you'd hate to play against. They're just not afraid to get in on the tackle. By the end of the night, you know you've been in a battle.
Farr off his chest, another dangerous moment at the back. Williams onto the loose ball and into the side netting.
Great opportunity. JJ just couldn't turn it into the goal. A little bit of a tough angle, but that's the second time that we've seen Farr have trouble with the ball as it gets played back to him from a teammate.
One more look at it here. Williams had a tight angle over there and just narrowly missed that far post.
Yeah, the replay showed he didn't have very much angle. He didn't have much time. He did really well to strike it on the first touch, just a couple inches wide of the post.
Approaching the quarter-hour mark here in Birmingham, still scoreless between Legion FC and Indy 11. Fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. The Birmingham Legion FC app, your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC.
You see Matt Van Okel slipping in the sand a little bit as well. Both goalkeepers may struggle to control balls that are played back to them. Last season, both were very solid when balls were at their feet, but these field conditions will be a challenge for them.
Really the first extended starting time for Jordan Farr this year. The 26-year-old takes over in goal for Indy 11 this year after Evan Newton was sold off to MLS's Vancouver Whitecaps. Here comes Indy 11 again. Cammy Smith. As his pass cut out once again by Kavita, who so far is off to a pretty good start tonight.
Indy 11 sold 4 players to Major League Soccer during this offseason. That's really unprecedented. There may be somewhere in the history of the league that somebody else sold that many, but that's a lot of players to have go up to the next level in one season.
Good defensive work by Anderson Asiadu, and he wins the foul and a free kick as well. There's head coach Tom So, now in his 3rd season, of course, at the helm of this Birmingham Legion FC side, a guy who's pretty familiar with MLS himself. Vancouver Whitecaps, Columbus Crew, New England Revolution, Chicago Fire, all across his resume.
Along with having a pretty steady roster, Coach Sohn has got his right-hand man, Cano Smith, with him for the 3rd year in a row, and Dan Barlow, the athletic performance expert, is with him for the 3rd year as well. Having that consistency in the lineup and in the coaching staff, I'm sure, helps the team get quickly into their rhythm and get where they want to be.
Cronali opts to go side to side, back to Fonwell Kavita. Asiadu opts to go all the way back to the elder statesman Matt Van Okel, the 34-year-old, in gold once again. Asiadu, not a whole lot of room to turn against Cammy Smith. Cervania, it's Cervania who controls. Here's J.J. Williams. Lapa trying to play through. Dean on the run. Can Dean get there? He can. And did he win a corner? He did. Segrist was running stride for stride, but Dean earns Legion their first Chick-fil-A corner of the night.
That was some excellent defending from Segrist. Last season, we saw Johnny Dean get up and down the sideline. He was one of the leading scorers for this Legion team, but Segrist was with him step for step and read it the whole way.
So it's Bruno Lapa to take the first set-piece opportunity tonight for Birmingham in a crowded 6-yard box, as you can see there from our goal cam.
I love this decision on a corner. Not very many teams do it this way, but it's just a mess in front of the goal, and if the ball lands in the right spot, it's just who gets a touch. Goalkeeper has no chance to react and save if somebody does get a touch on it that close to goal.
Dopka, our referee, right in the middle of everything, trying to keep everybody off each other, but there is not a ton of real estate left in that area of the pitch. Cronali up to head it right at Jordan Farr.
Really good service to the big man right at the edge of the 6.
And a whistle and a foul halted things as Fonwell Kavita and Carl Ouimet, both captains tonight, talking to Greg Dopka.
I'm not sure what went on that the referee felt he needed to stop the action. Farr had the ball in his hands and probably would have preferred to be able to just get up forward as quick as he could, but something must have occurred that the referee wanted to make sure he got a hold of early.
I haven't haven't been a ton of whistles early on in this contest. Approaching our 20th minute of the night. As far sends it away. Kofi. Segrist. Back to Gershon Kofi. The 11 with a chance to play with it at their feet, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against Ryan James as he took down Reese Buckmaster.
Buckmaster's really quick, very technical. Seems like he's got eyes in the back of his head because he sees the whole field.
You're not just saying that because he's a Hoosier, right?
Well, I do like those Indiana players. There's no question he learned from one of the best coaches in college soccer, but he's just a terrific soccer player. Very smart, very skillful, and he's a handful when he's 1v1 out wide.
And a quiet look here for Arteaga, but he's on the ball and sends it back out wide to Law. Here comes Indy up that far flank again. Segrist trying to turn it into the mouth of goal, and a whistle and a stoppage as the flag was up. Segrist was offside.
Indy 11 were pretty conservative the first 15 minutes of this game. They played with their wide midfielders or wingbacks, whatever you want to call them. They had them pretty far back defensively. There were always 5 across the back to be safe. But the last few minutes, they've started to send Buckmaster and Segrist a little bit higher, trying to create a little more when they go forward. That last moment was fairly dangerous, a good opportunity for Indy 11.
Mikey Lopez with plenty of time and space in midfield. He's going to push forward. Here comes Lopez. Lapa lost his footing.
We've seen both teams really struggle just to stay on their feet. There's a couple of sandy spots right down the middle of the field. It's turning out to be a little bit more of a challenge than you would have thought for these players.
Nice ball handling there from Law. Segrist wearing out that far sideline so far in the early going. A nice turn by Arteaga. Law back to Hackshaw. Good job there by Anderson Asiadu to send it far away from any danger. Approaching the midway point here in our first 45 minutes tonight from BBVA Field in Birmingham, Alabama. The first contest for Indy 11 and Birmingham Legion FC here in 2021. Birmingham have had a bit more possession so far tonight. For the most part, have been the more dangerous side. But both sides struggling to control the ball at times, struggling to maintain their footing at other times. But thus far, halfway through our first half, Mike, we thought this was going to be a pretty even affair. Two of the top teams in the Central Division in the Eastern Conference. So far, we're getting about what we thought we would.
Yeah, I think so. Legion have certainly had more of the possession, about 60-40 overall. But the last few minutes, Indy 11 have had a lot of the ball. They're starting to get more players forward into the attacking third.
Segrist over the top. An ambitious effort with the outside of the boot, but nowhere near the mouth of goal.
Tough ball to hit when it's bouncing up like that, but the first shot on goal for Indy 11 starting to show that they're not just here to defend and sit back, that they're going to be dangerous going forward.
Patrick Segrist has been one of the most dangerous men in white so far tonight. The loanee from Inter Miami, featuring for the first time tonight in Indy 11 colors. Matt Van Opel gets ready to send this away. Fans, the first of 18 nationally televised regular season games aired yesterday on ESPN2. 17 more nationally televised games to go here in the USL Championship in 2021. More information on that, check out uslchampionship.com. One more look. Was there a handball here? It looks like there was.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but certainly his hand was up and changed the direction of the ball. I think the referee's got the call right.
So free kick here for Indy 11. We met quickly plays it. And James with the interception. Sissoko. And a whistle and a foul as Kofi was brought down. And Indy up to restart play quickly. Back out to that far flank and Patrick Segrist. Law making the overlapping run against Asiadu. His cross harmlessly falls to Matt Van Oekel.
But again, it's that left side with Segrist. He's been the catalyst so far for the Indy 11 attack.
Matt Van Oekel urging his Legion FC teammates forward. 36 saves last year for Van Oekel in 14 starts. One of a few guys who have featured now in all 3 seasons of this very young Birmingham Legion FC franchise history. He, along with Mikey Lopez, Anderson Asiadu, J.J. Williams, all on the field once again tonight. As Kavita sends that one far out of play, Indy 11 have themselves a throw.
J.J. Williams is an interesting one for Birmingham Legion. His first season, he spent a lot of his time with Columbus Crew. Last year, he spent a lot of time with Atlanta United, and sometime
sent away again from danger. But once again, Mike, Patrick Segrist is finding a whole lot of room to roam up that far flank.
he's definitely getting forward. He's turned from a wing back to just a wing so far these last 10 minutes. J.J. Williams finally has what should be a full season with Birmingham Legion, a chance to hopefully get comfortable for him and find his feet and not be traveling between different clubs back and forth. I know when I talked with him earlier this week, he was really excited to be able to spend a full season here.
It was Williams who was fouled that time by Carl Ouimet. The Canadian draws the whistle. At least that looks to be the call. One more check here on the replay. Indy's arguing that ball was going out of play, but I believe the call is going to be a free kick here for Legion, not a throw, and it is.
Buckmaster thought it was his ball. Referee came over, solved the confusion for everybody.
So Legion restart play. Crognale trying to find Nico Brett, who's had a pretty quiet first half to this point. And that foul is going to go against Alex Crognale.
Clearly came right through the back of Arteaga on that one.
Looked like a stern warning for J.J. Williams as well for stopping Indy 11 from restarting play quickly. They start quickly anyways. Here comes Law again. Law's centering pass. Finds a white shirt. Van Oekel with the stop. The rebound is in. Manuel Arteaga gets Indy 11 on the board first. And just like that, the visitors have a lead on the road.
Matt Van Oekel made a fantastic save on the initial shot, but the ball bounced straight back out in front of the goal. Arteaga, by far the quickest player to the loose ball.
The 26-year-old from Venezuela is in the score sheet for the first time for Indy 11. And a guy who Martin Rennie was so excited about, said he really found his scoring touch in the preseason. Looks like he's taking that scoring touch into the regular season now.
You can see the save from Van Oekel on the first one, but the ball deflects straight out in front, top of the six. Arteaga gets every bit of that ball, no mistake on that finish.
That's now 69 career goals and a long, illustrious career for Manuel Arteaga across all competitions in Venezuela, Bolivia, Italy, and Croatia. Now he's got one here in the United States. Indy 11 1, Birmingham 0 as we approach the half-hour mark.
You don't score 69 goals by accident, that's for sure. He's got the touch. The last couple minutes, he's been very dangerous, very active. And he showed us right there why Indy 11 were so excited to bring him into the lineup.
Throw in coming here for Indy 11. Fans on the road can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action for the MLS, Premier League, and UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app.
Rodney Marsh is one of my boyhood idols, the clown prince of soccer they used to call him when he was a player. I can listen to him talk all day long.
Mike Watts, Devin Kerr on Sirius XM 157 now as well, talking USL Championship. Almost a lovely combination play there from Cervenia and Lapa, but it doesn't come off in the end. Ryan James trying to bring it down. Kavita joins the fray as well. James does get to it. Here comes Lapa. Early ball to Williams. Here's Brett trying to turn. Lapa going down. Lapa in the end does not draw a whistle.
That was a really close one. Referee thought about it. He actually moved the whistle towards his mouth, then decided it was a little soft. I'm going to have to agree with him. I think it's a good call or a good no call. Lapa just lost his footing more than getting dragged down.
Legion still with possession, recycling here. Lopez's pass cutouts. Another throw-in coming here for Birmingham as Bruno Lapa is on the ground hurting a little bit. Gershon Kofi over to check him out. Good sportsmanship there.
Yeah, nice to see. We're going to play hard. We're going to kick each other, but then we'll show a little respect and help you get up off the floor.
Dean's throw in finds J.J. Williams. Dean, his cross cut out. There's Lopez collecting the second ball. Both Legion fullbacks continue to push forward a good amount.
In the attack, it almost looks like a 2-2-6. You got two center backs for Legion, two defensive midfielders, and everybody else getting forward.
Shot there from distance from Nico Brett, but in the end doesn't trouble Jordan Farr. Fans, don't forget you can follow Birmingham Legion FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, on the USL, MLS, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Join the more than 12 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every single week. Sign up today at espnplus.com. Welcome in everybody watching us tonight here on ESPN Plus. That includes a pretty healthy contingent from Indy, although there are some Indy 11 fans who have made it down here. Some of the members of the Brickyard Battalion. We're extremely excited to see Arteaga get their side on the board first. Here comes Indy 11 again. Segrist with time. Arteaga checks back into the midfield for a touch. Almost nothing for Indy 11 down this near flank. It's been the left side that's been the dangerous side for the visitors so far in this one. Good job by Smith holding up play, but Sissoko not on the same page with Law.
That looks like one of those moments where it just hasn't been enough time together. One player is thinking, I'm playing Indy or chest. The other player was checking back to the ball. That's something that'll come over time.
As Matt Van Oekel gets ready to send it back away. Indy 11 on top of Birmingham 1-0 thanks to Manuel Arteaga. For more on Arteaga, we send it down to the third member of our crew, Lyndon Blake. Lyndon? We'll get to Lyndon in just a moment. She roams down below. This finds Matt Van Oekel once again. A little more than 10 minutes left here in our opening 45 at BBVA Field. First portion of this first half more or less Birmingham Legion FC in control, but Indy 11 has flipped that narrative certainly with an early goal from Manuel Arteaga. And now it's Birmingham who are searching for an equalizer. J.J. Williams couldn't find Nico Brett. And another Birmingham throw coming from that far sideline.
That last ball played by Matt Van Oekel, I was curious if we'd see some long balls up to J.J. Williams. He's got a size advantage over most of the defenders for Indy 11. We haven't seen it other than one time, but I wouldn't be surprised we see that a little more often, especially in the second half.
Williams continues to push up a little bit, joining Nico Brett up top. In fact, Williams and Cervenia have swapped wings over the past couple of minutes. Here's Cervenia. Asiadu. Still Asiadu. Good work by Anderson Asiadu, and he draws a whistle as well.
He's known as a defensive player, tough on the tackle, but you can see he's got the skills to beat people on the dribble as well.
24-year-old from Ghana. Played his collegiate soccer at UCLA. Brought over from Atlanta United back in 2019. Since then has featured heavily for this Birmingham Legion side. Lapa for Brett. Brett on the turn, right at far.
Really well taken by Nico Brett. Difficult skill. He's got his back to goal. He popped it up to himself, pivoted on one leg, and struck it really well.
9 goals last year for Nico Brett. That was good for tied for second in the Eastern Conference. Certainly a fearsome man in front of goal. Birmingham wants to get as many chances as possible tonight. He's had a couple so far in this early going. Asiadu surveys, connecting center backs. Brett making the run this time. Sent out of play by A.J. Cochran. Law trying to bring it down. Dean giving him some pressure. Law able to corral. Nice job by him. Can Indy 11 clear it out of this corner? Not quite. Dean keeps it down there. James, the Canadian. Legion recycle back the other direction. Lapa. Dean not able to connect with J.J. Williams. Kavita trying to hold off Arteaga, and a foul is going to go against Arteaga on the back of Kavita.
Good call from the referee, but two big men battling hard. We weren't quite sure who was going to come out on top. Manuel Kavita had good body position, but Arteaga did not make it easy on him.
Manuel Kavita, just a massive part of St. Louis FC over the past couple of seasons. Led St. Louis FC in minutes played, passes, blocks. Was their best defender. This is his first season in Birmingham as the partner with Alex Cronali. Lapa dispossessed from behind by Sissoko. Here comes Indy 11 again. Law trying to connect with Arteaga. Kavita there to the rescue. Legion maybe with a chance to counter here. Long ball looking for J.J. Williams. It gets there. Williams. 1v1 here with Ouimet. Williams trying to get around him. Almost got there.
Well read by Farr. Came off his line just in time.
So far, after a nervy few opening minutes, Jordan Farr has looked composed.
Early in the match, his teammates didn't help him. They played him a couple of really difficult balls back, and he struggled with those. Almost gave away a goal to J.J. Williams in the first few minutes. But since then, he's come up with a couple of nice plays.
Lopez had his pass blocked. Lapa can't quite corral it. Indy 11 able to clear their lines. Lopez went it hard, wins it against Arteaga, who's down. Referee says play on.
That's a really hard tackle. Arteaga is definitely down. He's waving his hand for some help. Legion knocking it out sportingly so the trainers can come on and take a look.
Arteaga at least sitting up now, but medical attention coming to look at the Venezuelan goal scorer. We'll get one more look at the tackle. Lopez got plenty of ball, but he came in awfully hard.
There's no question he got the ball first, but on first glance it certainly looked like he came with his studs up a bit and may have caught Arteaga. Well, both feet are on the floor. I don't think you can fault Mikey Lopez there. He's got every right to challenge. Arteaga turned into the tackle, but there were no studs high, did not go over the ball. That's just a really hard tackle from a hard player.
Arteaga to his feet,
test.
but he is going to have to come off here for at least a little bit. Gingerly will make his way to the touchline.
You can certainly see the pain on his face. That did not feel good. But from what I saw in that replay, there looked like no ill intent from Mikey Lopez. He just came hard to win the ball, kept both feet low.
So Arteaga coming off. It's a throw-in coming here for Indy 11, who will likely give it back to Birmingham after the Legion played it out with Arteaga on the floor. Fans, don't forget the USL on ESPN continues Thursday, May 6th on ESPN Deportes with an early season cross-divisional showdown. For the first time ever, Rio Grande Valley FC welcomes Landon Donovan San Diego Loyal as the USL Championship season hits full stride. RGV in San Diego from the Valley, May 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes.
Indy 11 sportingly give it back to Legion since they knocked it out, so Arteaga could get treatment. He's back on the field. Both sides back to 11 players.
Here comes Cervania. Nice tackle from behind by Kershawn Kofi. Here's Cammy Smith. Smith gets around to Siadu. Smith for Law. Segrist.
Smith is one of those players we really haven't seen a lot of or called his name very much, but in that last little sequence you could see he's quick, he's dangerous, he's starting to ask for the ball more, certainly starting to impose himself a little more on the game.
Seegers trying to cut it back, nobody home but J.J. Williams, but his pass cut out. Kershawn Kofi there again. Final few minutes here in this opening 45 for Birmingham. Indy 11 has struck first and they're looking for more. Reese Buckmaster connects with Carl Ouimet. Here's Smith with room to turn. Arteaga. Law out wide, Segrist. Against Dean.
This is what Indy 11 did so well last year and the year before. The ball started on the right side of the field. They work it through midfield and back out the other side. They've done it again. It went right to left. Now it's gone left to right. Make the entire team for Legion FC work hard defensively.
Ryan James sends that out of play. Indy 11 with a throw here. It'll be Reese Buckmaster to put it back in play. Buckmaster got it back from Sissoko. Kofi. Off the switch all the way across Neviel Hackshaw. Segrist, another early delivery. James does the safe thing and heads it out of play for Indy's first corner of tonight.
He knew he had a player in front, he had a player behind him. Made the right choice to just give up the corner rather than making a bad touch and giving away a clear chance on goal.
Indy on top by 1, opting to take their time getting ready for this set piece.
Tom Sohn looking a little concerned on the sidelines.
His team controlled the first 20 minutes or so, but since then Indy has had more than a foothold. They found the opening goal, and they're on the front foot right now. 45th minute, Segrist. His back post ball is wide. Headed wide by Manuel Arteaga. Shouldn't need a whole lot of first half stoppage time here. Haven't had a ton of slowdowns in play. Maybe 1, maybe 2 minutes.
You had the goal. You had the injury to Arteaga. We're getting told it'll likely be a 2-minute added on.
Fans, Birmingham Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team, and you should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. Stoppage time tonight brought to you by UAB Medicine, and indeed it is 2 added minutes here before we reach our halftime stoppage. James wins the aerial duel. Crognale under some heat, gets it away. Can either side muster one final scoring opportunity here before we hit the break? Cochran sends it forward. One center back finds the other. Lopez putting Kofi under some heat. Good work by him to get it out of there. Kofi looking for Smith. James beats him there. It's touched by J.J. Williams. Maybe one final opportunity here for Indy 11.
Indy 11 have really stepped up the pressure the last 15 minutes or so. They just haven't let Legion have a comfortable, confident touch. Every time someone gets it, they're under tight pressure.
Nice interception there from Anderson Asiadu. Maybe he keys a Legion counter here in the 47th minute. Asiadu cuts it inside, tried to spin around Kofi. Couldn't quite complete that look.
Trying to do just a little bit too much, trying to make something happen. You like the idea, maybe just a couple touches too many.
Legion likely have to hurry to get one more opportunity here. And that will bring our first half to a close. Our first half completes, and it's Indy 11 in front. 1-0 our scoreline so far from BBVA Field. Let's send it downstairs where Lyndon Blake is standing by with Legion FC head coach Tom Sohn.
Coach Sohn, the first half of the 2021 season in the book. What did you see from your starting 11?
Right now, I feel like we got to be a little quicker in possession when we win the ball, and cleaner. We're just giving it right back. So that's something in transition we have to get a little bit better with, and then being positive in those moments, looking to create those gaps and then find those spaces so we can attack a little bit more.
In the first half, Indy 11 able to work the entire pitch from right to left. What challenges does that present to your defense?
Well, look, we're having to work hard to get it, and we're wasting too much energy chasing. So when we're cleaner on the ball, we'll have it a little bit more, and we'll force them to do the same.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks to Legion FC head coach Tom Sohn for his time. His starting 11 with a bit of work to do, trailing by 1 here at home against Indy 11. Coming up here at halftime, we'll have an interview with Legion's principal owner, Lee Steislinger. Plus, we'll have news and notes from around a busy Saturday night here in the USL Championship. That's all coming up from BBVA Field. More after this quick timeout.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
BBVA, transforming banking to put the world's opportunities in your hands. BBVA Compass is now BBVA, creating opportunities.
Welcome back here, halftime at BBVA Field. I'm Blake Gardner, joined by principal founding owner Lee Steisinger. And Lee, this is a big year for Birmingham Legion, big for the USL. This is the third year now for this franchise, and it seems like there's a lot of excitement buzzing around this franchise here in front of year three.
Incredible energy across the league, and particularly here in Birmingham, given our success over the past 2 years, making the playoffs 2 years in a row as an expansion team. We could not be more excited about the momentum going into the season.
But I mean, back-to-back playoff appearances, and then you go out and you get guys like Junior Flemings, Ryan James. You make some key additions to this club. That says a lot about this ownership group's commitment to being one of the best teams in the league.
Well, success breeds success, and we're fortunate to have great leadership at all levels. Could not be more energized about where we stand and the opportunities going into this season.
And of course, you bring back GM Jay Heaps, the president as well. Tom Stone remains as the head coach and technical director. What can you say about what those two guys have done so far in their tenures here with this club?
Well, in any great organization, it's all about culture. Having the right culture, having the right values, having the right leadership. Fortunately, we've got a combination of all of those, and we've been able to recruit outstanding players from over 7 countries throughout the world.
Yeah, you got guys like Mikey Lopez back as well, Alex Crognale. Heard Tom Stone and Jay Heaps talk about the spine of this team. The spine of the organization has really stayed true to what was founded a few years back. What does that kind of continuity say about the way that this program and this club was built from the ground up just a few short years ago?
Well, once again, you can't overemphasize values and culture and teamwork. And we've been fortunate through the leadership team to create a culture where people want to be here in Birmingham. They want to be on part of Birmingham Legion and the story that we're creating here.
And now here in 2021, we're almost out of this pandemic. You can almost feel the more energy as more fans want to make their way into BBVA Field. How excited are you to see this atmosphere back and rocking like it was pre-pandemic?
Ready to go. The entire franchise is ready to go. I know the league is ready to go. We could not be more excited about moving forward with an outstanding season for 2021.
And as far as the ownership group goes, what's one thing that you're most looking forward to this season?
We're looking forward to having all of our fans back in the stadium as soon as possible.
That's the principal owner, Lee Steisinger of Birmingham Legion FC. More from BBVA Field right after this.
I wasn't going to let anything get in my way of achieving my goals, which were to be a professional soccer player. So the first opportunity I got at preseason, when a teammate asked if I was dating a girl or something, I just came out to a bunch of my teammates at dinner and said, no, I'm gay. All I needed to do was that one time, because then I didn't lie. Your sexuality should never limit you from playing the sport you love.
Diego takes the lead.
Welcome back here to the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, your crew here on My 68 and ESPN Plus. Indy 11 on top of Birmingham Legion, 1-0 so far in our first match here in 2021 as we get a look at the rest of the USL Championship here at halftime. And Mike, it has been a busy Saturday so far here in this second week, really, of this 2021 season. Very little to talk about with the standings, but let's at least look at the Central Division, where Birmingham and Indy are going to play most of their games this year. It's going to be a fun watch here with these 8 teams.
Some great clubs. Louisville City, of course, already got 1 game under their belt. That means 1 win for them. They had a big change in coaching staff, which was a bit of a surprise with John Hackworth leaving the club. But Louisville City so far taking off right where they were last season, towards the top of the standings.
FC Tulsa joins them at the top right now after a Sooner State rivalry win over Oklahoma City Energy. OKC Energy back in action tonight against Atlanta United too, but the biggest story so far this evening is FC Tulsa once again out on the front foot against Sporting Kansas City, on top 1-0. That Friday night, last night on ESPN2, Phoenix Rising looked awfully good out west against Landon Donovan, San Diego Loyal.
They won the regular season last year. They've been a really solid club for a long, long time. They've built a new stadium. They've got a lot going on in Phoenix.
And of course, last year's Eastern Conference champions, Tampa Bay Rowdies, playing at home tonight as well. They are scoreless so far through 45 minutes against Charlotte Independence. You talked about Louisville City. John Hackworth and Louisville City parting ways here just a couple of weeks ago. Louisville City still came out with a 2-0 win over Atlanta United too, but it'll be very interesting to see how that impacts Lou City moving forward here.
They've been in the final 5 years in a row. It's really been an impressive run. They've got the players, that's for sure. They'll change leadership, but my guess is it won't change a whole lot on the field for them.
And of course, the USL Championship does have New York Red Bulls too here in the championship. They're going to get a new New York City team in the fray as well, coming in 2022. Queensboro FC with a big announcement earlier this week as they get ready for their inaugural campaign coming up next season. Here at PBVA Field, we talked about it. Birmingham, the first 20 minutes, really controlled the pace. They controlled the possession. They had more chances, but Indy 11 got that opening goal, and since then it was the Indy 11, the visitors, who really operated on the front foot.
It's only the first half, but it's been a tale of 2 halves. First 22, 23 minutes was all Birmingham Legion. The last 20 minutes seemed like it was all Indy 11. Brett, Williams, Cervania, the 3 attackers for Legion, had very few touches the last 20 minutes. The exact opposite for Indy. Segrist and Law had a lot of the ball the last 20 minutes, and they got the goal.
Heard from head coach Tom Stone before we got to halftime. He said his guys were chasing too much. They've got to be sharper on the ball, keep possession, make Indy chase a little bit. Looks like that's going to be the goal for Birmingham Legion FC as they get ready for the second 45 minutes, trailing by 1 against Indy 11. More for Birmingham, Alabama when we come back.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones.
Let me break it down. You got your new customers.
They get our best deals. You got your existing customers. They also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals.
Questions?
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember.
I'm gonna get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives new and existing customers the same great deals on all smartphones. Get up to $800 off our latest 5G smartphones.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
We got lots of throat lozenges.
Exactly. Back here in Birmingham, Alabama, scoreline 1-0. Indy 11 on top here as we welcome you back to the Magic City. Just about ready for our second 45 minutes. But first, let's get a look at our first half highlights. And Mike, everyone, of course, excited to get the 2021 season underway. It was Birmingham Legion who had a couple of early opportunities.
Yeah, a couple of nice moments early on, but then the flow just seemed to change.
Nervy moments at the back for Jordan Farr. This was the best look Legion had off a giveaway. J.J. Williams found the side netting instead of the back of the net. Legion kept moving on the front foot. Johnny Dean kept trying to get forward. He earned a corner. Alex Cronali had a look off the set piece. But really, after about that set piece, Legion didn't have a lot of the ball. It was Indy 11 who controlled, and in the end, Manuel Arteaga found the back of the net on a rebound.
Matt Van Oekel made a great save, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. Indy 11 took advantage.
On the other side, Nico Brett had a decent opportunity there. J.J. Williams almost got another look against Jordan Farr, but Farr, after some nervy moments early on, has been much better, much more composed, and has settled in nicely at the back end of this Indy 11 back line. As both sides begin to make their way out to the pitch for the second half, we'll get a look at what we're all chasing here over the next few months. 32 games to reach the 2021 USL Championship playoffs. 4 divisions across the USL this year. If you finished in the top 4 of your division, you are guaranteed a playoff spot. Indy 11 and Birmingham Legion both belong to the Central Division this year. And Mike, to earn a home playoff match, you got to finish 1 or 2 in that division. So that's the goal for both of these two sides.
Yeah, it's a tough division, no doubt about that.
So Indy 11 and Birmingham battling for the first of 4 times here tonight. Indy 11 on the front foot first, and of course, the new playoff structure, not the only new thing to the USL Championship season so far this year. For more on some new happenings in the USL Championship, we send it downstairs to the third member of our team, Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
The USL Player Alliance launched the United Against Racism commitment. The commitment provides anti-racism training for all USL players while also investing in communities. The goal of this is to create a more equitable league and help deliver meaningful change in the USL and League One communities. So this is something new, something old that you might have recognized pregame. They did bring over the moment of silence for the fight against racism before the match kicked off, guys.
Thanks, Lyndon. Both sides back out and ready to go to work here for the second 45 minutes. Birmingham Legion FC in their attack black kits. All black and gold head to toe. Indy 11 in their change white strips tonight. On the road down here. Contingent of the Brickyard Battalion have made their way down from Indianapolis into the contest tonight. So far, their fans, although quite outnumbered tonight, have been the happiest. Their side in front, 1-0.
They've been happy, but they've been noisy as well. You can hear them in the stadium. They're not a big group, but they are a loud group.
Half capacity here at BBVA Field, and we are underway. Second half getting going between Indy 11 and Birmingham Legion FC. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, glad to have you with us tonight for the first contest between these two sides here in 2021. No changes announced to start this second half.
Sorry, Legion just very quickly, clearly making the effort to put the ball on the floor and get everybody involved in the game. It seemed to be that they, after the first little bit, struggled to get the ball moving between each other, and they've made an effort to do so in these opening minutes.
We'll see what any or if any changes are made here in the early part of the second half with Legion chasing a goal. Just 2 shots on target so far for Legion FC. Of course, Indy 11 with just 2 as well. Difference is one of those ended up in the back of the net.
Chances were pretty even. It wasn't just that shots were even. I think both teams had 1, maybe 2 where they felt they could have scored. Indy got the one that they needed that counted to put them up on the scoreboard.
Mikey Lopez brings that down, finds Ryan James. Lopez pairs in midfield with Anderson Asiadu. He's been bit all over the park tonight. I would imagine he's going to be one of the guys Legion starts to push forward as they try to find an equalizer here in the second half. Alex Crinali with plenty of time and space. Now he is under pressure here with Arteaga behind him. Asiadu. Can he keep it in play? Yes. And he is able to keep his feet at least for just long enough to earn himself a throw.
Did well to keep possession there. I would think the halftime talk for Legion FC went something along the lines of, it's the first game of the year. Everybody's excited. The crowd is full of energy. But let's calm ourselves down and let's play. Let's get the ball back on the floor and connect some passes. The goal will come. We don't have to get it in the first 10 seconds. And I would guess that Coach Rennie and Indy 11 were maybe a little bit the opposite. Hey, we were a little slow out of the blocks. We gave Legion too much time on the ball. Let's keep the pressure high. Let's keep the tempo high. And let's see if we can get that second goal.
There's the foul. Arteaga into the back of Alex Crinali. Legion playing quickly. Dean looking for space. Here's Asiadu. Fonwell Kavita. Lopez couldn't quite connect with J.J. Williams. Sissoko. And it go off his foot. Legion FC have already sent their subs to start warming up. Nico Brett trying to hold off Cochran, does so. Brett, Cochran both go to ground. Nice defending by the former Wisconsin Badger. AJ Cochran, a big signing for this Indy 11 side. 2 seasons with Phoenix Rising, was All-USL second team back in 2019. So far, he has been solid at the back here for Indy 11 tonight. Dean able to bring it down. Cervania, nice play by Seegers to prevent Dean from getting in behind.
That's maybe the first time that we've really seen Johnny Dean get forward, be in a dangerous position. Last year, he was always racing up the sideline. We haven't seen as much tonight.
Dean tied for the team high last year with 5 assists. But you're right, he hasn't been able to get as involved offensively as Legion probably would have wanted to this point. This is a free kick in the attacking third for Birmingham Legion FC, brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner.
Now, this was a weakness for Indy 11 last year. They gave up too many goals on set pieces, and Legion have some big, powerful people. This is certainly a real opportunity for Legion to get the game even again.
Both center backs forward as Lapa delivers towards Farr. Farr with a two-handed punch brings it out. Legion still with numbers forward. Maybe James or Lapa can serve it in again. It's going to be James. Williams trying to find Brett, and a foul is going to go against Brett, or maybe he got a piece of the ball with his hand.
Legion sent the big men forward. Both center backs were up in the box. J.J. Williams, who's a big man, was up in the box. Indy 11 did pretty well to battle in the air and eventually get the free kick.
One more look at it here. Looked like a high boot. Drew the whistle against Nico Brett. As Jordan Farr gets ready to send this away, fans, don't forget the USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud Project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com /forwardforever-proud. Ryan James almost kept that in play. It is just a goal kick, but good hustle from the Legion left back. Six minutes gone here in our second half of action between Indy 11 and Birmingham Legion. That was mishit by far off the goal kick, but good work defensively by Gershon Kofi. Arteaga into the run of Nicky Law. Dean trying to chase him down. Law surveys Sissoko.
Every time Law touches the ball, something good happens for Indy 11. Both teams have sent their benches to go get warm. It is just the first game of the season. Nobody's at full fitness yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we see.
And right on cue, Birmingham will make their first change of the night. Jaden Cervania, the 19-year-old, comes off, and coming on is Prosper Kassim, the 24-year-old Ghanaian. One of the most prolific goal scorers in his 2 seasons already here with this Birmingham Legion FC side.
Well, I didn't expect it to happen that fast. That was a little bit surprising. But Prosper Kassim was one of the most dangerous players on this team for the last 2 years. He scored the first goal in Legion FC history. I'm not surprised to see him on the field, just surprised that it happened quite so quickly.
So it's Kassim. It was the first change for either side tonight. Legion trying to bolster their attack here, chasing an equalizer. With a little less than 40 minutes to go tonight. Kavita concedes a corner. Good hustle by Manuel Arteaga to put Kavita under pressure.
A little bit of miscommunication, it looked like, between Matt Van Oekel and Kavita. You had two guys that haven't had much time together, and in the end, Kavita just made sure that he didn't give anything away, made the good choice and put it over the end line.
Second corner of the night for Indy 11. Nicky Law and Patrick Segrist over to that far flag as Matt Van Oekel directs traffic in front of him. Looks like it'll be Segrist. Van Oekel out and a two-handed catch.
That ball was just too floated. Matt Van Oekel's a big man at 6'5". He likes to come and claim those crosses. If you float it up in the air like that, he's going to take it every time.
Brett dispossessed by Arteaga. Talked about how many new faces there were in this side for Martin Rennie. 16 new players.
Do the hit on the players getting here and having struggles with COVID if you want.
Plenty of change here for 2021, but so far it's Indy 11 who have been the better side for the most part tonight. And down below Lyndon Blake, it wasn't easy for Indy 11 to get all of their international players to Indiana for the preseason like they wanted to. One moment while we get to Lyndon Blake as Indy 11 play at their feet here with Kofi. All the way back to far. Lyndon, we talked to head coach Martin Rennie in the midweek. Brought in plenty of new players from countries abroad, and at times it was tough to get everybody integrated into the squad and trying to get them through preseason in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, when I was asking about adjustments, I was talking about lifestyle, but Coach Rennie said the hardest part about getting the players over here to Indiana was dealing with COVID, dealing with the visas. It took longer than expected, but thankfully they all got to Indiana, and guess what, guys? The players love it. In 2018, actually, Carmel, Indiana was rated the #1 suburb in the country. But not only that, Indy 11 has great indoor facilities, a great gym. So Coach Rennie says all these guys are used to playing over in Europe or other countries, feel right at home in the USA. Guys.
Thanks, Lyndon. Kasim for Lapa. Lapa lets it go. Farr has to dive, but he makes a clean save.
Good build up from Birmingham Legion, some nice ball movement. Ball struck pretty well by Bruno Lapa, but handled very cleanly by Jordan Farr.
One more look at the save here from Farr. 26-year-old from Oregon. Did you know? Part-time DJ. Guy has good taste in music.
I've heard that he's quite the DJ. It's one of the things you don't always realize about these young men. We see them on the field, we see the amazing athleticism and skill, but a lot of these guys have different interests and find unusual ways to express themselves off the field.
Foul goes against Bruno Lapa. Indy 11 opt to restart play quickly. Segrist for Cami Smith. Smith able to turn. Under pressure, Anderson Asiadu with the deflection. Sissoko, still Sissoko, and that shot well wide of the targets.
Good pressure from Cronali there, forcing the bad shot.
Didn't call Abubakar Sissoko's name much in the first 45 minutes. The Canadian, originally hailing from West Africa, was one of the best midfielders in the Canadian Premier League a season ago. Slots in tonight to the Indy 11 starting squad. Sissoko's gotten a bit more involved here in the second half, a couple of shots. He's pushing forward again in support of Arteaga. Lovely touch to Segrist, but an even better defensive play there by Lopez.
That's Mikey Lopez sprinting back, making the big play, throwing his body in the mix, whatever he's got to do defensively to help his team.
Hackshaw. Segrist. Back to Neviel Hackshaw. Asiadu gets a foot in. Lopez is fouled from behind by Arteaga. And now it looks like down below, Indy 11 are starting to prep their first change of the night. Birmingham Legion, of course, have already made their change. It's Nick Moon down below who's grabbing his shirts on the Indy 11 touchline. As we approach the hour mark, still a little more than a half hour left tonight from BBVA Field. The only difference between these two sides, the goal from Manuel Arteaga in the 28th minute. Prosper Kasim, still Kasim, does well to find Lopez. Asiadu turns under pressure, able to keep it. Birmingham with plenty of bodies forward. Can they break down this Indy defense? Asiadu surveys, tries to switch the play to Dean, doesn't quite get there.
Been a lot of touches in the middle of the field this second half. They haven't gotten it wide very often. Last year, Legion loved to play it in and then back out, especially to Dean getting forward. But that just hasn't happened very often tonight.
Big throw there from Hackshaw. Williams trying to hold off a man, does so. Here's Kasim. Kasim tees one up, that's blocked. Good work by AJ Cochran in central defense. Here's Lapa. Asiadu once more. Dean is tucked well inside. Kasim couldn't quite thread it through to Lapa.
First ball from Asiadu was absolutely brilliant.
And a whistle and a foul as Arteaga hits the deck, and Asiadu with his hands out. And the crowd here at BBVA Field not a fan of the way Arteaga hit the deck. And neither are some of the Legion players.
There is no VAR, so the referee's going to have to make up his mind from what he saw. Siadu and Arteaga definitely got tangled up, but I don't think there was anything malicious in it. We may get the advantage of the replay. The referee will not.
It's a yellow card for Siadu. Bit of a high hand there, caught the neck or maybe the jaw of Arteaga.
Definitely a push off, but in the run of play, players are going to protect themselves. They're going to get that arm up to keep the space. He does catch him. I don't think he meant to catch him in the face or the neck. Arteaga did everything he could to make the most of it.
Indy 11 prepping 2 changes here. As the Canadian Jordan Hamilton is 1, he'll replace Manuel Arteaga. Nick Moon is the other, and he will come on for Cammy Smith. So a pair of attackers off, a pair of attackers on here for the visitors. So a productive shift for Manuel Arteaga. The goal scorer checks out here with a little less than a half hour to go. Jordan Hamilton on. Native of Ontario is the new striker for Indy 11.
My guess is this is a little bit of trying to keep the energy high. While we call this a beautiful day in Birmingham, Alabama, 80 degrees might be a little warmer than what the players from Indianapolis are used to at this time of year. It's also a pretty humid day, although temperatures are dropping quickly here in the evening.
Siegrist gets play restarted. First touch here for Hamilton. Siegrist, a pretty good ball, but nobody home around Matt Van Oekel. Van Oekel pushes his side forward again. Fans, Birmingham Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team, and you should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. Brett making the diagonal run against AJ Cochran. The Jamaican able to hold him off. Just nowhere to turn, nowhere to go.
Indy 11 doing a really nice job putting people under pressure, not letting them find any forward passes. Legion are able to go sideways and backwards, but they're really struggling to get the ball forward.
Williams held off Siegrist. Again, Legion haven't been able to really make that key pass that splits the Indy 11 lines here in the second half. Kavita opts to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Matt Van Oekel. 34-year-old hasn't been troubled here in the second half. He's been beaten once tonight. Siegrist. Ambitious pass doesn't quite get to Nick Moon. Here's Lopez. Kassim able to turn. Lapa. Legion able to move it side to side here.
We haven't seen that as much as Tommy Sohn might have wanted, but this ball went left all the way to the right, then all the way back to the left. Certainly created some space.
Jordan Hamilton, his first extended touches are good. Now he's able to turn. Hamilton tried to play 1-2 with Buckmaster, but couldn't.
Indy 11 played 5 games in the preseason. Lots of different attacking players in each game. Everybody scored goals during those games. I think the challenge for Indy 11 is going to be figuring out which ones are going to be the starters game after game. People have proven they can play. Now it's just which ones rise to the top.
Both coaches, when we talked to them in the midweek, were excited about the depth that they had, especially in attack. Nicky Law has space here on the flank. His centering pass doesn't quite get to Hamilton. And Birmingham are going to make another change here in the 66th minute. It's Eli Cronali who comes on, and it's Nico Brett who quickly comes off.
Eli Cronali had a very good season last year. He's Mr. Versatility. They can play him anywhere. My guess is he's going to go into the center of midfield. We're going to see Prosper Kasim go wide left, and we're going to see J.J. Williams go up to the center forward position.
That was an absolute rocket sent in by Law. I don't think Bucksmaster had much chance to try to redirect that on goal with his head.
Buckmaster's not the biggest player out there. Certainly not a player that you expect to be winning balls in the air.
Buckmaster's down. Man, I'm telling you, that was an absolute missile from the wing.
If you don't catch it just right, it can shake you up, that's for sure.
First year in Indy for Reese Buckmaster, the former Super Draft pick of New York Red Bulls, spent last season with Memphis 901 FC. Right now, it's Buckmaster who's a little bit shaken up. One more look at it here. And I can't tell whether he hit that ball or that ball hit him. Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. He had a smile on his face there when he saw where the ball went. Not only did it go over the goal, it went over the netting behind the goal, roughly 30 feet in the air. So he definitely got under it.
Buckmaster to his feet and gingerly will make his way off here. Fans, don't forget you can stay connected with the USL community and create your own fan experience with the USL app. Stay up to date on all the latest scores, news, and highlights around the league. Download the USL app now on Apple and Google Play stores.
Buckmaster arguing with the referee. He wants to go off on the left side of the field so it'll be closer to his position when he comes back on, but clearly indicating he's ready to play. The trainer's given the okay as well.
So Buckmaster does have to come off here at least for a moment. And now Van Oekel gets the go-ahead to restart play.
The referee, who was a little upset with which side he went on, is not letting him come back on. Made him stay a little bit extra. I think that was a little reminder of who's in charge.
Here is Buckmaster, his cross blocked by James. Throw coming here for Indy 11 with just over 20 minutes to go tonight here at BBVA Field. Magic City Brigade down in that corner of the park, trying to get behind their home side right now, chasing an equalizer. Ryan James able to clear it here for Legion. Nice footwork from Bruno Lapa, turning against two white shirts and switches all the way across to Prosper Kasim. Kasim with an early ball, but it's a bit too high and a bit too wide.
Great first touch from Bruno Lapa. Then he cuts back behind the leg and splits the two defenders. Finds a perfect pass out to Prosper Kasim. And then unfortunately Prosper just can't quite get it right and ends up knocking it out of bounds.
Nice attacking sequence there from Legion, but nothing challenging Jordan Farr. His fourth season with Indy 11 for Farr, but his first really entering as the main feature goalkeeper. And Matt Van Oekel, a bit of a whiff there off the side of his foot. Dean comes to collect. And it turns out okay for Legion in the end.
Worked out okay, but both keepers have struggled a little bit with the ball at their feet, but you can see there's big patches of sand in front of them. You're not quite sure, is it going to bounce, is it going to skip, is it going to roll, and it only has to be off by a millimeter or two, and all of a sudden the ball's not going where you thought it was.
Kasim over the top, J.J. Williams is in. Williams able to bring it down, his shot's a bit wide. But good attacking energy here from Birmingham Legion FC over the past couple of minutes.
They're starting to get some chances. They're certainly getting the ball into the attacking third a little bit more than they did at the end of the first half and the start of the second.
Creative there from J.J. Williams. Let the defenders fly by. Neville Hackshaw almost put it down for him. But Williams not able to make clean contact in the end. Another throw in coming here for Indy 11. So we hit the 71st minutes. Good work by Fonwell Kavita, ushering that out over his own end line.
That was really one of the questions coming into this match. How will Fanuel Kavita and Alex Cronali do as a new partnership in the center of the back? And they've really had a pretty good game together. They haven't given up many chances. Certainly Indy 11 has had to earn everything they've gotten so far at that end of the field.
Foul as J.J. Williams had someone go over his back. Ryan James plays an early ball. A.J. Cochran there to head it away. Cedar tracks it down. Lapa. Back to Kavita. And Legion off to recycle now. Williams couldn't quite get there. A.J. Cochran with another strong defensive play. And here comes Indy 11 back the other direction. Good work by Mikey Lopez tracking back defensively. Now Lopez has a chance to move forward with Dean running with him. Dean couldn't quite get around Hackshaw.
The back three, which sometimes turns into a back five for Indy 11, has been really good this whole night. They've done a really nice job of tracking players. They've cut off passes, and they've just made Legion work incredibly hard to get anything in the attacking third of the field.
Neviel Hackshaw has had a good night. A.J. Cochran has played well. Carl Ouimet, haven't talked about him as much this evening, but he's been solid in his positioning. Eli Cronali can't get around Sissoko. Hamilton able to bring it down. Indy 11 prepping another sub down below. Looks like they'll make at least one more change tonight. Segrist. And Law again combining on this left side. This has been the danger side for Indy 11 pretty much all night. Good individual defending by Lopez near the corner flag. Dean, did he win himself a goal kick? He did. Nice individual defending by Dean, and now the substitution will be made as Abubakar Sissoko will come off. His night comes to a close here in the 74th minute as Jeremiah Gutyar will check in for Indy 11. So Gutyar, the new midfielder for Indy. Good shift from Abubakar Sissoko. And another Hoosier on the field for Indy 11. A little over a quarter hour left tonight. Birmingham Legion FC still searching for an equalizer, but here comes J.J. Williams. Williams has options. His shot just over the bar. One of the best looks Birmingham Legion and J.J. Williams have had all night.
JJ's had 3 opportunities. One in the first half that he put it just outside the post, had a left-footed volley that was very difficult to deal with that he put over the top. And then that one looked like he might have had it right, just got over the crossbar. But 3 good chances. Start to feel like J.J. Williams is getting the looks that he wants.
Williams scored 8 times back in 2019, made 4 starts for Birmingham a season ago. Was oh so close to finding the score sheet for the first time in 2021 there. First touches here for Gutyar, 23-year-old from Indiana. Trying to play it through to Nick Moon. Moon able to run to it. Moon down the inline. Still Moon. Good work by Kavita.
Really well read by Kavita.
Lapa trying to win the second ball. He does.
Indy 11 have 2 homegrown players, if you want to call them that, 2 Indiana natives. Gutyar actually from my hometown of Bloomington, Indiana. Legion also with 2 homegrown players that we've seen tonight. J.J. Williams from the Montgomery area, and of course Jaden Cervania from the Hoover area and just outside of Birmingham. So both clubs with 2 native players getting some time tonight.
Throw in coming here for Birmingham, 76th minutes. Still plenty of time for Legion FC to try to find an equalizer, but it's running shorter and shorter. Here's Eli Cronali. Gastine trying to get it all the way across to Dean. Good hustle by Dean to cut off that pass intended for Segrist. Here comes Legion. Dean, early ball. Williams not on the same page with Lapa.
It's actually a really good touch from J.J. Williams. I'm not sure if that's what he meant to do or not, but he stretched out a leg and flicked it behind the defense. Unfortunately for him, that's not what Bruno Lapa was thinking.
Far sends it deep again. Legion will have to rebuild from there. Fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Birmingham Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. It's the Birmingham Legion FC app. Your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Lapa taken to ground. That is a foul. Free kick coming here for Birmingham, just on the other side of the midway line. Look at the contact here as Lapa got tied up with Gutyar.
Not much question about the foul. That's a tactic I think we're going to see most of the time when Legion is playing, where teams are not going to let Bruno Lapa have a lot of the ball and a lot of freedom. They'd rather just foul him and start the play again. He proved last year how dangerous he can be when he's allowed to just look forward and pass the ball.
That counterattack looked awfully dangerous, but the pass intended for Law was well behind the intended target. Law gets to it anyway, though. It's 4-on-4 here on this side of the park if Law wants to move quickly. He's got Segrist out wide, and the flag is going up just like that. He was offside.
Indy 11 had a chance to counter and go quickly. For whatever reason, they decided to just slow things down. Ended up turning it over.
Fancy USL Academy is the USL's elite pre-professional platform. It allows clubs across USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in spring of 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. Jordan Hamilton draws plenty of attention here in the corner. Trying to hold off Dean, he does. Lovely back heel to Law. Moon, not on the same page with Kofi. Blake Gardner, Mike Gebman, Lyndon Blake here with you at BBVA Field in downtown Birmingham, Alabama tonight. A little more than 10 minutes plus stoppage time left in the first contest here in 2021 for Birmingham Legion FC and Indy 11. Manuel Arteaga, his goal in the 28th minute, the difference so far between the two sides tonight. Lopez, plenty of space, his shot right at far. Another save required there for Jordan Farr. Mikey Lopez tried him from distance. Here comes Legion FC again. Dean opts to go all the way back to Matt Van Oekel. So far, Lyndon so good for Gershon Kofi in Indy 11, and Kofi a guy that this Legion coaching staff certainly quite familiar with.
Yeah, we always like to make connections, and here's a pretty cool one. So Coach Stone actually scouted Kofi from Indy 11 at a tournament in Ghana. This is back in 2010. That same year, he signed Kofi to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Stone was the Whitecaps director of operations at the time. But then their journey wasn't over there. When Stone went to the New England Revolution, Kofi followed suit. So Indy 11's up right now, but I'm sure Coach Stone's always happy to see one of his former guys.
Mikey Lopez wins a corner here for Birmingham. First Chick-fil-A corner for the Legion here in the second half.
One of the things that happens with coaches is they meet players, they recruit players, they work with players, they get to know them more than just on the field. You spend hours and hours together, you travel together, you live in a hotel together. You really do develop a very close relationship. It's nice to see that that's continued.
Lapa, his ball headed away. Asiadu with the second service. It's headed away as well. Reese Buckmaster rising up to get that one. And fancy footwork from Nick Moon. Gets around one man, gets around a second. Here comes Moon. He's got Law to his left. And he's trying to fight off Anderson Asiadu to keep it down here. Moon against Eli Cronali now in the far corner.
Seems like Indy 11 are comfortable with the lead they've got. They're trying to slow things down. Moon was literally 1 versus 1 to goal, and his choice was to go across the field into the corner. It has taken some time off the clock, and they're keeping possession nicely, but he also had a chance there to perhaps seal the game.
Buckmaster, can he run it down? Yes, and he just keeps it from going over the inline. It is a throw from that far corner flag for Ryan James. Kasim trying to win the second ball, instead hooves it out of play. Fans, Birmingham Legion FC hit the road next weekend to face Louisville City FC in the club's second match of the season on Saturday, May 8th at 6:30 Central Time. Catch the match here on My 68 or on ESPN Plus. It's Birmingham Legion FC against Louisville City FC next Saturday, May 8th at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Legion restart quickly. Time continues to tick away from the home side. 83rd minute. Birmingham still looking for their first goal of the young season. Cochran sends it away in the direction of Law. Dean trying to fight with Law, does so and does so well. Patrick Segrist has been an important cog for Indy 11 tonight. As has Nebiel Hackshaw.
If Indy 11 hold on to this lead, they're going to have a lot of players that they're going to have been happy with, but there's no question that Nicky Law, Patrick Segrist have played a huge role, especially in the attack, but they've also worked pretty darn hard defensively.
Nicky Law, the 33-year-old from England, has pushed forward plenty of time tonight, and now he's got Segrist in. Segrist on the run again against Dean. Once again, Indy 11 opts to play it slower, take some time off that clock away from Birmingham.
Had 3 men in the box. Normally you'd serve the cross if there's 2 or 3 targets to aim for, but they've just cut it back, gone back to the backs, tried to just waste a little more time off the clock.
More past that time from Ouimet. It's turned over. Here comes Birmingham. Asiadu joining the attack here for the black and gold. Lapa surveys. Here's Kasim. Kasim with options, looking for Williams, just a bit too tall for the big man.
I actually think J.J. Williams thought he was offside, so he didn't go for that ball, didn't want to give the free kick away. It would have been very close.
Nick Moon trying to get around Kavita, does so. Moon with great pace. Working against James and Kavita, still able to keep it. Great work by Nick Moon, now in his second year with Indy. The former USL 1 product with Lansing Ignite has come off the bench and given Indy 11 big minutes in this one.
He was looking for the foul. He kept trying to draw the contact. The referee just let the game play.
Matt Van Oekel quickly rushing over to put this goal kick down and get play restarted. But less than 5 minutes of regulation time to go, plus a bit of stoppage time than that. Lapa. J.J. Williams. Williams cuts it back inside. He's got James to his other side. His pass cut out. Kasim does use James. James with a good service. Williams rises up, can't get there. Dean brings it down. Asiru. Williams goes down. Referee says no. And a foul is going to go against J.J. Williams, it looks like.
J.J. certainly upset and appealing to the assistant referee.
And a red card has been issued to Williams. Wow.
The referee's not going to get to see the replay. I think we will here in a minute. Certainly a huge moment in the game. The Indy 11 players are calling for the trainer to come on quickly. They've certainly got a player down in the box.
So Williams is shown straight red here in the 87th minute after he was tangled up in the box. We'll get a look at the replay here in just a moment.
It's not been an overly physical match. There have been some hard tackles. We'll see the replay here.
Williams does go down with a bit of a shove from behind away from the play. Where does the red card come out?
See if we can get a better angle here. Oof, J.J. Williams' head hits a turf, but we're not seeing if there was something after the initial contact. There's J.J. getting grabbed from behind. You can see that why J.J. felt he was fouled and should have had the penalty. But you do see a little kick out right there at the end if you're watching. I'm not sure if the referee saw it. I think this came from the assistant referee, but you do see a kick out from JJ, and I'm sure that's what the red card was for.
It was Carl Ouimet who was down and is slowly making his way over to the Indy touchline.
That's a tough break for Legion FC. It did look like J.J. Williams had position and got pushed to the turf. I'm sure the frustration of that is why he kicked out. But either the referee or the assistant referee did not see the first, but clearly saw the second and gave him the straight red.
So a huge call here late in the contest. Legion down to 10 men in the waning stages of this one. Indy playing with 10 men as well, at least for the moment, while Carl Ouimet remains on the touchline. And now Ouimet will make his way back on. So Legion down a goal and down a man. You're in the final couple of minutes of regulation plus any stoppage time we might get.
Legion are going to have to take some risks, send people forward. You're a man short, so you're going to leave yourself exposed. But with just 4 or 5 minutes left here, they've got no choice.
90th minute here at BBVA Field. Legion searching for an equalizer, but now down to 10 men. Dean wins a throw. Good work defensively by Nebiel Hackshaw. The native of Trinidad has been solid tonight once again for Indy 11. Lopez couldn't find anything in front of him. Kavita from his center half position has pushed forward. Here's Eli Cronali, plenty of time and space. Asiadu out wide. Asiadu with the left-footed service. Sent away from danger. Ouimet was there, as was A.J. Cochran. Sent away once more by this Indy back line, and now we do get word officially down below. 5 minutes of stoppage time brought to you tonight by UAB Medicine. So 5 minutes left for Birmingham to try to find a game-tying goal.
Legion have enough time. They only need one chance. The problem that they're having is that their big man is who got sent off. They don't really have a target for crosses. They're going to have to find a way to get behind the Indy 11 defense, probably get it wide, take somebody on, get to the end line where you can cut it back to the smaller, quicker guys running on. We'll see if they're able to manufacture something in these next 4 to 5 minutes.
Bruno Lapa checked all the way back to the midway stripe to get that pass. Trying to get Legion some space, something going forward. Lapa, lovely 1-2 with Dean. Dean's free down this near side flank. Can he serve a good ball in? Tried to cut it back for Kasim, but a bit too heavy.
That one didn't work, but that's what they need to do. That was perfect execution up until the cross. Nice combination play. One of their best attacking players, Johnny Dean, gets wide. Just got a little bit under the ball as he served it.
One more change here for Indy 11. Nicky Law will come out. Jared Timmer will replace him. What a quality shift for Nicky Law, his first time officially wearing the Indy 11 colors.
Nicky Law is going to be a player that everybody in this league gets to know really fast. He's been fun to watch, great skill, great vision, and he's worked his tail off from start to finish. This substitution, I'm certain, is about wasting a few more moments. Law was doing just fine out there. I think they want to let every second they can tick off the clock.
So Timmer in, the product of Butler University. And another USL 2 league product. Mikey Lopez wins Legion a throw near his bench. Trying to connect with Dean, couldn't quite get there. And sent away from danger once more by Cochran. 93rd minute. With about 2.5 minutes at least left on our referee's watch. Can Birmingham generate one final scoring opportunity? Good cut out by Neviel Hackshaw. Hamilton, fouled from behind by Alex Cronali. Good hold-up play there from Hamilton.
Well done by Hamilton, and a professional foul from Alex Cronali. He knew he was in trouble. He couldn't let him turn and run, and so he just took the foul. Indy 11 will be happy they can let some time tick off the clock.
That finds the head of Lopez, who goes back to his goalkeeper Van Oekel. 94th minute now. Legion continues to try to push bodies forward, but again playing down a man after the late red card shown to Legion forward J.J. Williams. Has made life that much more difficult against a sound defensive team in Indy 11 tonight. Asiru trying to turn against Hackshaw. Hackshaw giving no quarter and comes up with the interception as well.
Hackshaw doing a great job, 1v1 in the corner, doesn't bite, he just slows the play down and eventually intercepts the pass. Great defending.
Lopez connects with Asiadu again. Hackshaw once again there defensively. And now Indy have big time numbers forward if they want. Instead they'll have to play slowly, waste a little bit more time. Timmer headed for the corner flag, and Dean is called for a foul with that push from behind.
Smart play. Timmer really looking for the foul. I don't think there was enough contact to truly knock him down, but there was contact. The referee saw it, and Indy 11 will waste another 20-30 seconds.
We're into our final minute of added time. Indy 11 trying to see out a road win to start 2021. It was all Birmingham through the first 15 or 20 minutes, but since then, Indy have been in control. They got an early first half goal, and they've led ever since. Hamilton near the corner flag, and a foul given for a push-off against Hamilton. Legion have to restart play quickly. They're trying to, but Hamilton's going to be shown yellow for picking up the ball and trying to waste a little bit more time. So that is the first yellow card issued to an Indy 11 player tonight, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. '96th minute, surely time running out here for Birmingham. For Indy 11, you're waiting for the whistle. There it is. The final whistle blows, and Indy 11 start 2021 with a big-time road win here in the Magic City.
Two great attacking teams, but it was really a standoff. One chance in the first half was the difference. Both teams struggled to create as many chances as we thought they might, but also two teams that proved last year they could defend pretty well.
Indy 11's defense was excellent. Birmingham Legion not able to generate as many chances as they would like. Jordan Farr making his 2021 debut in between the sticks. Starts with a clean sheet. And a big win for Martin Rennie and Indy 11 on the road. They get 2021 started with all 3 points here in Birmingham, Alabama tonight. We'll take a timeout and wrap this contest up when we come back.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
BBVA, transforming banking to put the world's opportunities in your hands. BBVA Compass is now BBVA, creating opportunities.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama. Our final scoreline tonight, Indy 11-1, Birmingham Legion 0. As Indy 11 get this 2021 season started with all 3 points here on the road in the Magic City. Let's get a look at our Fruitables play of the game tonight. And a pretty obvious candidate here, Mike, for our Fruitables play of the game. Manuel Arteaga's strike in the first half was the difference. In the 28th minutes, he got Indy 11 on the board.
Really nice save on the first shot from Matt Van Okel, but a very sweetly struck ball off the rebound. No question, that's the play of the match.
Manuel Arteaga came into tonight with 68 career goals across all competitions in South America, in Europe, and now he's got one here in North America in Indy 11, red and blue. As we get a look at our final match stats tonight, Indy 11 wins with that final 1-0 scoreline. It was Birmingham Legion who had most of the possession early. They had most of the possession late. But credit the way Indy 11 really controlled this game. Birmingham never really able to break down the visitors defensively.
Neither team had a ton of great chances. I think both will be pretty happy with the way their sides defended. But the one moment, the one key moment in the game certainly went to Indy 11.
No doubt about that. Arteaga's strike certainly the difference. Just 3-2 shots on target for Birmingham Legion FC. They were trying to generate some more chances late in that contest, but without the services of J.J. Williams after that late red card in the 87th minute, certainly that task got a bit tougher down the stretch. Indy 11 able to see out a 1-0 win. Let's get a look at the upcoming schedules here for both of these two sides, these two Central Division foes who will match up 3 more times here in 2021. Let's get a look at Indy 11 first. A pair of home games in a row against a tough opponent coming up, FC Tulsa. Really some good early season matchups here for Indy 11 to find out what they're made of in these first 2 weeks of 2021.
FC Tulsa will be their home opener. I'm sure they're looking forward to that. Then Sporting Kansas City, and then at Louisville City, team that's spent 5 years in a row in the championship match. That'll certainly be a game they're looking forward to.
And of course, Indy 11 playing back in Carroll Stadium here in 2021. Certainly the atmosphere going to be a good one up in Indianapolis. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, it does not get any easier for Birmingham's side. They go to Louisville City coming up in just a week before coming back home to take on those dreaded rivals, Memphis 901.
At Louisville City be a big challenge, no doubt about it, especially without J.J. Williams now, who will sit on the red card. And then, of course, Memphis 901 FC, that's really turned into a great rivalry. That'll be a fun match back in Birmingham, Alabama.
It's a busy opening schedule for Birmingham Legion FC. 5 more games coming up here in the month of May as we just got this 2021 campaign underway. Of course, no Junior Flemings next week for Birmingham, and now no J.J. Williams as well. So Birmingham Legion FC with their work cut out for them, going on the road to Louisville City next week after a tough 1-0 defeat here at home against Indy 11. That'll do it for our coverage here on My 68 and ESPN Plus. For Lyndon Blake down below and Mike Getman to my right and our entire crew here in the Magic City. So long from Birmingham, Alabama. Once again, the final score tonight, Indy 11-1, Birmingham Legion 0. Thanks for watching this coverage of the USL Championship. Until next time, good night from Birmingham.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.